Okay, today is the day where we put copper coat on the boat. I'm in the shed, just in the boatyard. You can probably hear that the boat is getting a good jet wash. So we've sanded it. We've got the copper coming through from the last application 8 years ago. It's quite dusty and rusty, so we're taking it all off with a nice, good power wash. So now we've got to get the copper coat onto the boat. So today's the day. If this all goes wrong, it's going to cost a fortune, so it's very stressful making sure this is done properly. The other thing is we've got to keep an eye on the weather. If it starts to rain, or even the chance of rain, we have to stop, because any rain on the copper coat is going to be absolutely disastrous. So fingers crossed it all goes well. Okay, like a true cook in the kitchen, I have my mise en place station ready. I've got all my mixing station ready. I am the chief mixer in this situation, and I've got all the guys kind of putting all the lines on around the boat ready to go. So here's my mixing station. So in each box we have the fine copper bags, and then have my mixing bucket with my stirrers. I've got my copper coat pack A, and then my hardener, which is pack B. And because we're working in such heat today, it's about 32 degrees, we've got some thinning alcohol so it doesn't set when it's in the trays. And then finally, once I've mixed that properly, I add my copper coat to the bucket. Okay, first coat is pretty much complete. There's 4 of us working on it. I'm mixing, and these guys are rolling. First coat always looks a bit blotchy. It's filling in all the patches. How you doing, Bex?
Well, me and Junior are racing, Fire and Junior, to see who finishes their side first.
Yeah. It's going on okay, is it?
Yeah, it looks all sparky, it's lovely.
Because it's the first coat, so you're going to look at it as patchy.
Yeah. After the third one, it starts to look homogeneous. It's be good, but there's lots to do. So that's taken us 15 to 20 minutes to get that one on.
One coat?
Yeah.
And the primer?
Yeah, no, just the first coat. Okay, this is round number 2, layer 2. It's starting to look a bit more copper-like, a bit more shiny. What do you reckon, Junior?
It's looking beautiful. One more coat and it's going to be the boss. It's going to be like Captain Colin.
Whew. Okay, this is round number 3, just gone on. Round number 3. It's looking good, looking shiny, shiny. So this is the final look of the copper coat. It's still a tad wet, and as it dries, it will all look one nice smooth finish. So actually this has taken us 5 coats. I think we originally put it on a tad too thin, which means we had to go around 5 times. So hopefully that'll be all good. It won't cause us any problems. It's all nicely covered, nice and evenly. There we go. Now tomorrow, got to do the next hole. Day 3, almost completed with the boat works. We have the port hull to do with the copper coat. Bex has given me a bit of hassle because I've been wearing my nice t-shirt. She questioned me why I'm wearing a white t-shirt. I don't know. Stupid. But there we go. So we're looking forward to getting the boat completed today. Hopefully it won't rain. It says there's a 15% chance of rain, which isn't good. So fingers crossed it doesn't rain while we're putting it on. I think we're allowed 4 hours after it dries. If it rains, it's not too much of a problem, but fingers crossed it won't rain. Okay, a bit of an issue this morning. We have come to the boatyard this morning, and we have found that the copper coat has run. Not great. It means we finished yesterday about 2:30, 3 o'clock, and it absolutely poured down at 7 o'clock in the evening. I'm just writing to Copper Coat UK to see if this is any superficial damage or we've actually made a real mess of it. So would you believe we had it really good looking yesterday, and I don't know if we've made a mess. So hopefully Copper Coat will come back and say, do you know what, it's quite superficial, because we have yet to sand this to activate the copper before we put it in the water. So fingers crossed it'll be okay. Is that a cloud coming over? You know, I'm paranoid. These clouds coming over everywhere. It's gonna rain, it's gonna rain. I mean, I'm just getting to the point where I'm feeling a little bit happy. With fingers crossed. Everybody, keep your fingers crossed. Watch this space.
It's looking good though. What do you think?
It's good. First coat is on. Ready for the second one. It's just about ready enough. Another 5 minutes and we'll be laughing. So yeah, a little bit disappointed with my yesterday's work in regards to the rain, but I think we might get away with it.
You've been in touch to Copper Coat UK.
Copper Coat UK, Jason and Ewan, been on the phone. A bit of reassurance, so we'll see.
These guys are holding it up, but there's not really much they can do. Nightmare, Dion.
Hi, I'm telling you.
Caribbean sunshine comes with a bit of rain. It's the worst thing that can happen to a copper coat.
Yeah, good, but a bit worried that just because it looks good doesn't mean it's going to work. I know horror stories that looks great, fine, sand it or get it into the water, a month later you've got barnacles on it. So I just hope it's not all done in vain. We tried our best to try and repair the damage of the water, so fingers crossed it works.
It's always difficult to lose a family pet, especially so when you aren't prepared. Biscuit was 1 minute running around with us, and the next Colin was trying to cool her little body down in the sea. We couldn't recover her, and she died later that day of heat stroke. We then had 3 days of torrential rain, which was fitting and allowed us all to mourn. Moving back onto the boat without our 6th crew member has been tough, as she was so ensconced in our lives that just about every facet of life on the boat misses her input. Pugs as a breed aren't associated with being boat dogs, but Biscuit was awesome. She was fearless and wanted to be involved in everything. There is an enormous hole where that tiny dog used to be.
It's been a bit of a tumultuous kind of experience, really. We have meant to be on the hard for 7-8 days, and it's now been 15 days. We've been dealing with terrible rainstorms, copper coat issues, just other issues as well, which have been kind of slowing the job down. Finally, we're ready to get the boat back in the water. Given the fact we had some issues with the copper coat, I think I'm quite happy with the final job. What we do is just wet it all down now, and we'll try and expose the copper. So this is the copper coming out. We've sanded this down with a 320 grit paper, and this is the copper that will be exposed. And this is the copper that will be exposed in the sea. This is just dust. So when we hit the water, it will wash off, and we're ready to go.
Boat works are done, and we're gonna go back in the water.
Excited?
Yeah.
Okay, we're just about to go back in, and it's raining again, typically, but the most important thing, it's not windy. So here we go.
What's going on, Daddy?
So yeah, we're almost ready to, well, we are pretty much
Splash.
We just caught on the concrete there. I don't know if you can see that, but the concrete, the iron crossbars caught on the concrete, so we're just going to give it a little push and it'll be back in the water.
And then Junior's running away with our boat, are you? Was it fun to go with Daddy?
She likes Mickey. She likes to sit on the front, very front of the hull, like where nobody goes.